Hello, everybody. All right, let's play some One Piece Burning Blood. Here we go. All right, so the timer's gonna start whenever I click on this, so I'm going to count down from 5. Are we ready? Are we ready for the countdown? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this is One Piece Burning Blood. This game takes place entirely during the Marineford arc, which, by the way, this is spoilers. Thank you to everybody saying good luck. This is going to be in huge, major spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched the anime. All right, so this is going to be the first example. All right, so you see right there what happened. There are A personalities and B personalities, and right there we just got the B personality, where he attacks us instead of letting us do this, which is a heavy grab. For some reason, they don't have damage reduction on before you do your first, this tutorial. So we did get a little bit of damage in there, but so these tutorials are mandatory. The tutorials are entirely mandatory every time you play the game, but the cutscenes are always skippable, which doesn't make any sense. So right now it's just teaching us how to do all the combo stuff and all that, but it doesn't really matter, because if you're looking for a super in-depth fighting game that's going to have a lot of like strategy, it's not this one. This one is a spammer. You spam the same attacks, because every AI in this game has an A personality and a B personality, and it is completely random depending on what you get. Crocodile gave us the B, which means we lost time because we're going to have to do more damage right now. So he still takes a lot of damage. So this is the Luffy arc. This is one of 4 stages of the game, and it is probably the easiest stage. There's a lot of points where I could die during this run, but this is still a very new speed run. So throughout this entire run, if everything goes well, we could get a new world record today. The world record right now is 56:29 by me, and hopefully we can bring that down. But so A personalities basically mean whenever you attack them, they will block. They will block for the next 5 seconds, so you can get off your most damaging attacks. You can break their shield or their block or whatever. Or B personalities is where whenever you do that, there's a slight delay between your attack, so they will attack in between that. And we got the B personality right there, which loses time. It's completely RNG. It's 50-50 every time. It really just depends. So now the first 3 fights are going to be completely this. So we want to do Bazooka, because that bullet gives us an extra animation if we hit him with that first, and Bazooka will give us the most distance away from him. So now we have to do Awaken. There is an animation for supers in this game, but the time saved versus time lost is almost exactly the same whether you hit this or not. So you do the same amount of damage no matter what, whether you hit him or not. There we go. Oh, wait. Yep, okay. So we want to go into gear second to get, thank you for the good luck. We want to go into gear second to do more damage. We won't do this that often. Awakenings aren't usually worth it unless it is Luffy's awakening, because his animation frames to get into it are some of the shortest in the game. So there we go. That is the smoker fight right there. I'd say Luffy's arc usually takes about 19 minutes out of the run, so if we're under like 19:30, that should be good whenever we do that. So there is add-on DLC, but it's all turned off whenever you run the game for the speedruns, because all it adds is more time. Do we see One Piece? No, you do not. All right, so if you spam it, you can use your thing before it even wants you to. So that also saves you some time, since you can't do anything else in that beginning segment. But a lot of this game is just spamming the same combos over and over, and then waiting for your enemy to get up. Almost 800 episodes, and you know what? I've watched all of it, read all of it, and I've watched about 600 episodes twice. I love One Piece, and I love this game. but it's 3 a.m. That's fine. Thank you for doing all of this. Nobody's ever gonna see it. Alright. So this Mihawk fight isn't going as pleasantly as I would like it to. We really can't do anything while they're sitting around. Good luck with your run, Dawn. Runners, your run deploy. Thank you so much. So I would say that Luffy's arc is the easiest, but at the same time, it is also the most boring out of everybody's, because the characters stay down longer than usual, and all of the characters don't block. They also take a little bit less damage for the simple fact of it's trying to teach you the game. Runner to another good luck. Thank you. So while people are down before they get this flashy invincibility frame, you can hit them, but it does such a minuscule amount of damage, it's almost not even worth it because it prevents them from getting up for you to do actual damage. So I think it really just depends. If they're like a slither of health away, I believe it is worth it, but other than that, no. This game, in my opinion, the story mode is bad. It's based around one arc, and most of the fights are the same fights, except you play different characters. The lip syncing is also terrible in this game. It's just horrendous. And this art style is... Ugh. This is the Japanese version, but the English sub is not much better. So this is the first of our 60-second challenges. All of these 60-second fights, it is possible to beat them in under 60 seconds and save time, but for the majority, that won't happen. That will not happen. And every time you go into an animation in this game, like the one that I just did on accident, the timer stops. Like, the timer actually stops for you, which I don't understand why that is. Is the online community still big for this game like the net play? No. There are a very select few people who will do the online missions, and then that is it. You will never find anybody online in this game. Alright, he did his little fucking jump move. Okay. Alright, Aokiji. Okay. Oh, no. Alright, we're just gonna back up and time out. Okay. Holy, we barely got that. Holy. When this game came out, it was huge. How old is this game? 2012, I believe. Don't quote me on that. 3 years? I thought it came out in like... Did it come out in 2016? Not 12. Holy crap. I was way off. 2016, yeah. Sorry. Wow, I don't know where my brain was. It always gives you these little... It gives you cutscenes, but it also gives you slide cards for some reason. Slideshows. I really don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. This is a 45-second fight. Depending on what personality type you get, you'll either beat it or you won't. Personality types happen not at the beginning of the battle, every time they get up. So every time a character gets up, it chooses a different character type. Oh, so I should probably explain. The blue bars at the top are used for your special abilities. So as you can see, he can avoid certain attacks by turning into light, while I can use mine to do my special jump, and I can also use it to hit him while he's in his light mode. I can counter it. Well, I can't as this character because he doesn't have hockey, which is dumb. Some characters don't have either, and they're basically the worst characters in the game because they can't evade attacks, and they also can't get people who evade attacks. So, it's a little ridiculous. I think another part about this game that's just not, it's not balanced well, and the AI is not balanced well. This fight in particular, sometimes the AI can jump up to a completely new level of difficulty. It just depends. We'll see if we'll get an A type or B type. Alright. Yep. We gotta type. Hold on. There we go. So I don't know. This one in particular though just really grinds my gears the wrong way. So what we're doing now is you barely ever use characters, but so if you do a blast away attack, you can call your partner if you have enough meter to swap them out and do some assisted damage, or if you're being attacked, you can use your meter. But this game gives you unlimited meter in story mode for Luffy's arc, which is a little ridiculous. And then this is a Unity Clash. I can't force a Unity Clash. They have to do it. They have to Unity assist for me to Unity Clash. So really, this part of the run is completely RNG for when you get one or not. See, because right now he doesn't want to give me one at all. But whenever you're in doubt, all you have to do is heavy grab, break shield. It does the most damage. What the fuck is Ivankov? Ivankov is someone who ate the hormone fruit, so they control hormones in the human body. There we go. We got one of the pacifistas. See, so we never got a Unity Clash, and now we're not going to get a Unity Clash. I don't know what happens because I've never failed to get a Unity Clash before. Okay. Alright. See what, like right now he's going off a little harder than he usually would. Woo! This is probably the hardest fight in Luffy's arc. There we go, we got a KO. I don't know why they let you skip every scene, but they won't let you skip all of these tutorials. Alright, and here's the other worst part. All your characters level up. So if they level up, you have to go through each one of these and press the A button every single time. I mean, I guess I like this game so much because it's a part of One Piece, which is one of my probably my top favorite anime of all time. And it's basically just fan service. It's just fan service. But this game is a lot of repetitiveness. Like, if you want to run it, this game's a lot of repetitive. To be fair, it's only an hour, so it's not the worst. But if you like games where repetitive and all anime gamers... Well, the thing is that it has a combo system, but the chances of you actually getting to use those in a run is little to none. The damage output isn't worth the combos you have to learn, and they all go down into this anyway. Because you get damage drop off with combos, and these are the most damage for the minimum amount of work. And whenever someone's getting up, you can catch them like as soon as they get up frame 1, but it's very hard. It seems like every arena is the same too. There is a different arena, and it's the first arena of the last arc, which only has 3 fights in it. They reuse this entire area, but in the game they have many different kinds of arenas. I think it's like 14 almost. But this one is entirely based around this war, which all happens in the same area. So that's why they use the same areas over and over and over again. So this is Whitebeard. We have Whitebeard as an assistant now to fight Kizaru. And the thing is that Whitebeard is broken. So Whitebeard has, for the story mode out of all the characters, he does the most damage, has the most range, and is just overall the most insane. He has a devil fruit, and he also has access to hockey, and the amount of damage he does is just ridiculous. So if you ever get a chance to use Whitebeard, always use him over anybody else. Especially this move right here. It does a good chunk of damage considering how the game is played. There we go. With Luffy, it would have taken much longer. Whitebeard isn't as agile as other characters. Yeah, big boy. Whitebeard has more range. He's slower, but overall, it is so worth it in the end. Wait, he was broken in the demo? He is still broken. Yes. When it comes to the 4 characters you're allowed to play, he is absolutely broken. But I think the best characters in terms of competitiveness are characters that have Haki and a Logia Devil Fruit, because they can counter other Logias while still having their own. It's a bit busted in terms of... Oh, okay. So this is Sengoku. Sengoku does that. He turns into a giant golden Buddha. That's his Devil Fruit. And if he goes into that, he is invincible. So you have to wait it out just as if someone was on the ground. And those are your only options. So another thing that characters like to do to try to get you to switch up your fight style is they'll jump in the air and do an air attack. Because you can't, as you can see, he's doing it twice now, so I can't just grab him. That one was a thick boy, yeah. I also like how no one had a, like, whenever this thing came out, like, no one cared that he was literally Buddha. He was a Buddha statue. Like, he was, I don't know. I'm just surprised that that passed through. But, so this is Ace. He is the last character you play. He has a Logia fruit, but he does not have Haki. So if he's fighting someone else with Logia, which are the last 2 fights in the game, they both have Logia and you don't have Haki, so you can't hit them if they go invincible. It becomes a bit of a problem, which is this fight. You do this fight again later, but it's different. It's a lot harder. It is so much harder. But this fight is just teaching you how to use your abilities to begin with. So as you can see, no matter what, I can't hit him when he goes into that. Alright, there we go. So a lot of this game is just getting your combos. Like, the image of Buddha can be used anywhere. Yeah, but it's not used in like a nice way, I guess. Because it's not Buddha, it's Buddha's body and Buddha's powers with Tailman's head on them. I just feel like people would have taken up problems with that. So that is a shield break. That is your light shield break. They don't take up as much time as other shield breaks do. Heavy shield breaks will get you a longer fall on your opponents, so you can get off a combo. But they're a lot more risky because the startup time, that is a heavy combo. The startup time is, not a heavy combo, a heavy breaker. The startup time is a lot bigger. So I would say the best thing about Ace, and probably his saving grace, is this ability right here, Flame Commandment. Because you can trap somebody in a corner. Well, there's no corners in a circle, but you can trap somebody against a wall with this move, and it's a little ridiculous. Alright, he wasn't close enough. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright. We should be getting close. I think we only have 1 or 2 more fights left. For Luffy's arc, that is. We still have a long time before this runs over. But the Luffy arc is by far the worst arc. It is the most boring to overplay or replay over and over and over. Then again, it is the first arc to play over and over and over. I've just played it so many times. Alright, and as you can see, he was in lava form, he has Haki, so even though I activated mine, he broke me out of it, so I lost my entire bar. See, and I mean, I can't hit him at all right now. This is the main problem with Ace. Does one run contain several arcs? No, not several arcs. It's all the same arc from different perspectives. That's what I'm looking for. Is it about to happen? Is what about to happen? That is probably your best move to stall time. They won't attack you. Oh, okay, good thing I blocked it. That move is ridiculously powerful. Alright, there we go. We got a flash guard in there. Alright, time up. Is it Goku saving the day? Oh, by the way, spoilers. For anybody who, oh wait, well, no, you won't know. Because I skip all the cutscenes. So maybe not spoilers. No, yeah, spoilers. Just for you guys. Alright. So this is the end of the Luffy arc, but we still have 3 more arcs to go. So now we're on to Whitebeard. This is... Whitebeard has one of the hardest fights in the game, and it's at the very end of his arc against Blackbeard. Blackbeard's character, whenever he gets a B-type attack pattern, he turns into the ultimate counter. Blackbeard has a move where if you hit him, he falls on the ground crying, but you take twice the damage you dealt to him. And the only time that doesn't apply is when it is a long-range ability. See, right here. Aokiji probably has the best AI in the game. Ace only wanted a hug. Yeah. So, Whitebeard also has this. Oscillating throw. If you keep getting continuous frame 1s, you can get people in an endless loop. Or if they wake up with an A-type personality like that, they'll block you. And you just get overall pick them up, pick them up, pick them up. So that's probably the best way to do things as Whitebeard with people who have an A-type. Examples of that would be Buggy the Clown. He is almost always an A-type. Almost always. Emphasize almost. There are certain scenarios where he is not. So now we're about to play as Marco. Marco has Haki and he can transform to be intangible, so he is one of the best characters of the game. But not only that, Marco has the longest auto combo out of everybody that you can play as. So as you can see, he has this start auto combo that goes immediately into an air combo that does quite a bit more damage. Dang it. So he's hard to catch sometimes because of his mirror. It can be difficult to pin him down. Because I think Kizaru is the hardest of all 3 admirals to catch, but Aokiji is the hardest to fight. There we go. I don't know why, but Aokiji just seems to be on a different level of ruthlessness compared to his counterparts. So as you can see, we're basically playing the same fights over and over, just as different characters. This story mode's very sloppy and was very lazily put together. There wasn't much thought put into it. I don't know. And I know it's like an anime game and they're just following the story, but at the same time, you didn't have to reuse the same characters over and over and over and over again. What does Akunu have over the other 2 in terms of difficulty? So when it comes to Akunu, fighting him, he does the most damage with his attacks overall. Aokiji has the highest damaging attack, but in terms of consistency, Akunu as an enemy does the most damage. And when it comes to Akunu as a character, as playing him, the hard part is that all of his moves are insanely powerful, but rely on you to be so close to your opponent that it's almost not worth it anymore. He has such high startup times, and he has such high startup times, and you have to be so close that sometimes the AI can just bop you in the middle of your animation, and then you're screwed. It's really bad. I would say that Whitebeard is the most fun to play, and if I played this entire campaign as nothing but Whitebeard, I would be fine with it. Luffy is the least fun to play, and Ace is the hardest. Because the AI. The AI is ridiculous, and Ace doesn't have Haki. Throw loop with Whitebeard. So here's the reason. So Akanu, you cannot do a throw loop with him because he has invincibility frames. During that fight, if you try to throw loop him, he will put you immediately into his, he has this thing where he pulls into the ground and when he comes up and knocks you across the stage. His AI for that fight will not allow you to do that. It's pretty busted. Or boosted, I know, sorry. It's the same thing with Crocodile. Crocodile has a very attack-heavy centered, so I can't oscillating throw him because he will attack me before I finish the animation unless I get a frame 1 every time. But if I mess it up, I will die. So in terms of safety, it's safer to just go for regular combos. But whenever it is available, oscillating throw circles are the best. So this is Buggy. Buggy is usually good for oscillating throw if he doesn't use his specials, is the main thing. Buggy also takes a lot of damage, and he's easy to put in the corner. But see, he got up immediately and started using. Yep, there we go. I'm getting unfavorable Buggy. There we go. Oh, I missed. And then he flash countered me? Okay, I got a flash counter back. Alright. Let's just finish him off the old way. Level up purge incoming. Yeah. Alright, so that was super unlucky Buggy AI. He got up immediately almost every time instead of staying down. If they stay down, that means that 9 times out of 10, they're gonna come up blocking. Alright. After this, we're gonna get a lot of levels. I also don't know why they did all these dots on the field when they don't mean anything. It doesn't change where you fight. I feel like they just did it to add more fluff. This game is a lot of fluff. I know there's a new One Piece game out. I haven't really heard anything about it or seen it played. But Sasuke, where are you? So I've thought about actually starting to run Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, and maybe if I run it over this year at the next Speedyfists, you might guys see me play something else. I've been looking at it. Alright, we got an offset. Offset is when two characters hit each other on the exact same frame. Nothing happens. So, whenever it comes to Akanu, I just find it safer to... There we go. And now, these two. These two are both ranged characters, so what I try to do is I try to do this move over and over, my heavy move, because I can stay at a distance and at the same time do a very good bit of damage. Let's go for a throw. Oh, he can't. Okay, he got up. Alright. Down. Alright, so now this one. If we let him get away, things will be bad because that leg kick tracks, and it is almost impossible to get back in on him once he gets away from you. Kizaru is absolute hell. There we go. Alright. Let's play One Piece PS1 Grand Battle or DS games together. I don't have them. I would need to buy the equipment to do it, but I would not be against that. Alright, here we go. Another fucking level up. You don't even play as these characters, so I don't know why you get to level them up. And the Luffy that you level up in the top left-hand corner isn't even the Luffy you're playing. That's regular Luffy. We're playing 2 years ago Luffy. There's a time skip. Spoiler. Sorry. But... Alright, now we have another Aokiji fight. Aokiji is... he's the worst. This is one fight that could stall the run for a bit if it gets too messy. It really just depends. Oh, I timed it right, but I didn't expect him to dash. So see, now he's gonna start using all of his ranged attacks. So we need to close this gap in. Alright. This is what I mean by Aokiji just being the worst. I didn't want to dash attack there, I wanted to start something new. Ah. So that is him going into ice, and that is me using my hockey to break it, and now he cannot do that. And the way you build your meter back up is by, the way you build your meter back up, there we go. The way you build your meter back up is by walking. Just walking around. That's really it. Alright, so we got through that fight. Not great, but we got through it. So that's all that really matters. Alright, so these little side pieces, or if you want to do a 100% run, they're really hard. The side quests in this game are incredibly hard. That's why there's no 100% runs. Alright. Now we have a 60-second Aokiji fight, which we could win, but he does insane damage throughout this. So if we're not careful, we could die. I mean, it's just that bad. Oh, I missed. Okay. Alright, and I did it at the wrong time. You see that? That's 3 hit. Ooh, block. Okay. That was 3 hits. This game looks really cool. It is really cool. I think if more people ran it, a lot more tech would be found than what it is right now. In terms of active runners, there isn't really much. I think there's only me in terms of active runners for this category. Okay, all right. Hold on, I need to focus for a second. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Is it still the same price? Because if it is, that's ridiculous. That was almost bad. I almost had to restart that. So that's good. So that's what I mean. This game fakes difficulty by just making you take more damage and your enemy take less, which I don't like. There's no real difficulty sometimes. Especially during those 60-second fights. Because it's supposed to be a survive-a-thon or whatever. This is Jimbei. He's a fish man, by the way. He used to be super busted because he could use a water attack and take away all of your devil fruit abilities. $50. That's ridiculous. So now he should be... Oh, I missed, but... Oh, yes, we got A-type, baby. So, I don't... and there's the B-type. 45 if the manual is inside. I don't know how much. I'm playing on Steam right now with an Xbox controller currently. I think that's the best way to play games like this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't really think it's... I think that's... Yep, okay. That's gonna be his death. Alright. Ooh, we're getting... This is the end of the Whitebeard arc, so is it considerably faster on PC? No. Not really, because everybody's game has to load through these, so you can't immediately skip the cutscenes. They won't let you play the map until you get to a certain part. So this is... Alright, this is Blackbeard. Blackbeard could be a problem for this run. It really just depends. Blackbeard, this fight is one of the few fights where they don't conform to an A or B personality. They conform to whatever's going to work best, making this a lot harder than it needs to be. And it's also for the fact that Blackbeard can take away your Devil Fruit abilities with one of his own abilities. It's not fun. And we missed the grab. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. There's our first KO. Damn it. Oh, no. This is what I mean by sometimes the AI just sits there, and then other times they do things, and there's really no way to tell. So now we have to... We may have saved enough time in the Luffy arc. And we missed! Oh no! And look at that, half of our health is gone. Jumped over. Yeah, so this... Oh, okay. And now all of my stuff is gone. We might die again. Yep. Dang it, dude. Sometimes this happens. You really can't control it. You really can't control it. And I hate it. Like, I can't prepare for him like I can prepare for... See, sometimes he won't fight that, and then other times he will. I don't know, man. I don't think world record's a possibility anymore. Don Flamenco isn't in this game. I think he's a DLC character that you can play, but he's not in the story. So I think world record's a thing of the past right now. I think our best option is to just chase him down and auto combo, auto combo, auto combo. Oh, okay. So he just halved his own health, and that just won us that time. Sometimes he uses his assistant, sometimes he doesn't. Yes, he does. That is the difficulty for this game, is they take less damage and you do, or you take a lot. Don Flamenco? He's not in the story. It's just as simple as that. He was, but this takes place during Marineford, not during his arc. Or not, yeah, so he wasn't DLC. Alright, so we're on our last two. Akanu's is really long too, and then Ace's is only 3 stages long. So we're starting to... Can I have an update on what my time is, please, by the way? If anybody could. Depends on how good we do. So Akanu can do this, and the character will stand there sometimes. And I believe it's because they think you're still standing in front of them, not blocking, and they think they can hit you so that they don't block. You can play as all these characters, but it's just not what the story is based around. There we go. Decked him. Decked him hard. That fight can go bad, so that was actually pretty good that he never got a a cheap elbow in on us. He has an elbow that does ridiculous amounts of damage. Dang, man. And I practiced that Blackbeard fight so much before I did this run. I was like, I'm gonna ace it. And then I didn't. Then I died twice. Is there an arcade mode for this game? Kinda. Not. I don't know. I don't. That's a difficult question to answer. There's like bounties and stuff, but there's not what I would consider a traditional like arcade system. That just wasted so much time. Alright. Holy crap, what is happening? Alright. I usually never get Luffy. What the heck? I never get Luffy RNG like this. That never happens. But okay. Alright, this I am 100% sure that world record's down the drain. That has never happened to me before. Yeah, you do have to win within 60 seconds because Luffy is weakened. Oh my gosh, what is happening? This literally, none of this has ever happened to me before. Whoa, I didn't even know this fight could have that kind of RNG. Yeah, there you go. I usually get like a 15-second on that. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That's embarrassing. So, let's see what we can do. This run is fun to watch, I'm glad. I love how all the characters... Ooh, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Yes! Eat it, Ace. There we go. Are they replaying the same cutscenes just because you're playing as the Navy now? Basically, yeah. Yeah. They're retelling the same story over and over from different perspectives, but with basically the same cutscenes. It's a little bit ridiculous. You know, there was another fighting game that I always wanted to speedrun. I'd love for you to help me translate Soul Eater. So oh, that's for sure. But there used to be this Billy and Mandy fighting game, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was about. I'm pretty sure it was on the PlayStation 2. But it was like a 3D action platformer. And I really want to run that, but I can't for the life of me find what it is. It was Billy and Mandy, and they had like... PlayStation 2 and Wii like Power Stone? Anyway, I used to play that game all the time as a kid. I loved it. Grim Adventure. It was so good. Some of these fights are like autopilot, like this one. And Akinu doesn't really have any loops that you can do, like the oscillating throw frame 1, which I need to get better at, honestly. But Akinu has a lot of invulnerability whenever it works. Another game you're talking about, I think it's also on GameCube too. Probably. I probably played it on GameCube. I was a GameCube kid, now that I think about it. But it was fun. You would be on like the spooky ship, Billy's son, the spider would come. There's also a Cartoon Network Punch Explosion. That's, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know that one. So boom! Oh, and you see what I mean? Sometimes the AI just calls it. And it's hard to do when the AI calls it. GameCube kid as well. I was always a Nintendo kid. I have all their consoles now. I just don't have any way to like set them up and play them on stream. On my stream. Just bought a Switch finally. I love the Switch. Okay, alright, Jimbei. He has never thrown me before. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of things happening in this run that have never happened to me in any other run. And, oh my gosh. Big CN kid, so I love all those shows. The games are great. I was a huge, massive fan. I'm learning a lot from this run. Jimbei has never thrown me before, and I don't know what I did different. I don't even think I knew he had a throw. That was ridiculous, and that did like a third of my health. Ooh, you guys ever move your legs in a weird way and then like they pop in 37 places? And you're like, I didn't even want to know my leg could pop right there. Or you learn the better you will be. True, that is true. There we go. Oh, this Whitebeard is. I hate it when that happens, yikes. Yeah, it is. There's so, okay. There's just a lot about this game that keeps, and I got awesome. Oh my gosh. Is this game on, yes, it is. This game is on PC. The regular fighting aspect of the game itself is also really fun too. Except for the fact that anybody who has a Devil Fruit and doesn't have hockey, or anybody who doesn't have hockey in general, is automatically not really a good character. It's on Steam if you want to buy it yourself. I've done battles before. One guy came onto my stream and he kept begging me to play against him even though I'd never played against anyone. Yeah, the online is dead. In the online, they tried to emphasize like a pirate theme, so you would join one of the pirate crews in the game, like you would join the Blackbeard Pirates or the Straw Hats or whatever, and then you would go and conquer islands by fighting other players. But since so many people stopped playing, now you can just go to islands, fight a computer, and then you fight the computer that the person left behind. I don't know, it's weird. There's been like 20-some seasons now. I really hope I don't go over time. $50? That's ridiculous. I paid for this game when it came out, but I paid for the premium version. So so far everything's going decent. Not great, decent. I don't know why it loops like this too. Like, why? Why did you make the lines cross? You had so much room. You had so much room to do so many things. Anything jump tends to never go on sale unless it's 2 or 3 yeah. But they just released new One Piece games. They just released the one, just like they just released a new Naruto game. The Naruto games usually go on sale pretty fast. Last I checked, season 46. Oh my gosh. Oh, and we got a regular combo off of it. Yes. Alright, he's gonna block the whole thing. He's equals a new game and it's 60. I don't even know if that's worth it though. Alright, he's just gonna block it. Wait, why is Crocodile here again? I don't know. Why is he fighting with Marco as well? Like I said, this game is just a lot of fluff. And this is towards the end, so they're making it seem like it's like a boss. Like it's like one of the big end games. Not really. There we go. Alright, we are now on the last arc. There are 3 fights left. Can somebody tell me my time? Find a copy cheap. The only thing that bothers me is why is Don Flamenco on the cover, but I don't know. Can somebody tell me my time though? So I can 52. I don't think so. There's a chance, but I don't think so. Alright. Oh, Blackbeard. Oh. Okay. That's the Blackbeard fight. We have 2 fights left. Alright. That wasn't the best Blackbeard, but it wasn't a bad one. Oh no, I'm gonna get levels up. Alright, this is the hardest fight in the entire game. This fight and the next fight are the last fights. So there's this one and then there's another one, but this one is the worst. This one is the worst fight in the freaking game, and it ends so many runs. It's so stressful because you can't attack him. Alright. That's a weird start. Oh, I didn't hear him say pheasant back. And he used it again. Oh no, okay. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay. We're gonna have to restart. That was death right there. That's basic. If you get caught in that trap, that's basically you're dead. Like, you just died. And look at that. Look at this. Okay. That's a second restart. I don't know, man. I'm telling you. For some reason, the AI this time is just awful. Oh, okay. That still hit me. We barely dodged that pheasant back. Okay. It only took 2 resets. Oh man. Alright. So, this next fight is the last fight in the game. So whoever does this next, whoever's running the time, yeah, F world record, dude. Sadly, we had too many deaths. And then we had to restart that twice. So, once Akanu's health bar reaches 0, the screen will say, the screen will go to our level up screen, and then it'll say Ace Art completed. Oh, okay, bad start already. It'll say Ace Art completed, and that's when time ends, whenever it says Ace Art complete. Okay. I'll let you know. Oh no! That was the worst time he could have used that. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was. This is the last fight in the game, so they really beefed him up. Oh. No. Okay. Alright, so that's the fight. After level up. After level up is time. Alright, so here's level up. Here's level up. We gotta get through 2, 1, 2, and time. That is One Piece, Burning Blood, any percent. Thankfully, we're still under an hour. That was like 58 something, I believe. So, there we go. There's your, oh, you can't stop the timer? That's fine. 58:43. 58:43 is not bad. That's only 2 minutes over. I feel like if I wouldn't have died, I would have gotten pretty good. But thanks you to everybody who watched the run.